Welcome to jkgames, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
That we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge, and I hope this is working.
Oh, hope it looks good. Hope everybody can hear us. Let us know in the chat if you can hear us. If not,
I hope Yep, it looks like we have audio, both for me and you, Kayla. And hopefully for our special guest here on the show, first time guest, Mr. Cody Crumley.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
I'd like to welcome our special guest, Cody. This is his first time on the podcast, and we are really excited to have him. He's been a big fan of us for a long time, not to toot our own horn, but he's been a big supporter of us, I guess is what we could say.
You can toot a little bit. It's okay. Yeah,
toot,
it's
toot,
fine. Yeah.
Toot,
you guys are awesome.
Toot,
yeah.
Toot, toot, toot.
If we had like a silver club, like, you know, like people who like, or like diamond tier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cody would be in that tier because we are also friends with Cody in real life. So, but
awesome.
Cody's also in our fantasy gaming league that we've talked about before. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that today also. We are currently live on Twitch if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast platform. So that is, you'll hear us, you know, talking about the community in there as well. But if you're watching us live right now, let us know how we say.
Yeah.
I guess the viewers after the fact, listening on whatever app they listen on, will get the full effect, and Twitch will not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Right.
Well, so today, our kind of, you know, we're going to talk about a couple different things. Obviously, Cody's going to introduce himself. We have a, what's it called? Hazing, essentially, questions that we ask. And we're also going to talk about our most anticipated games for the second half of the year, now that we have not as many to look forward to since a lot has gotten delayed. But there's still a lot of good games out there. We're going to talk about them. So that's kind of on the agenda for today. Do we just want to go ahead and get into our loadout, folks? We got anything else you want to add? No?
Jump into it.
All right.
Let's get it.
Let's go ahead. All right. So if you are new here, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Cody is our guest. Say hello to Cody.
Hi, Cody.
If you want to go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we do like to do, I have a question this week. I don't know if I have very many responses, but we do like a question of the week kind of based on the episode that we're going to have. So you can follow us on Instagram at jkgames podcast. And then we also have a Twitter, which is also at jkgames podcast. So you can follow us on. Jerica kind of runs that ship. I don't know a whole lot about Twitter.
I love how you make me sound like the most professional Twitter person. I just retweet memes and things about Hideo Kojima when he's doing
that's
something
Twitter.
funny.
That's all of Twitter right there.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Maybe I am a pro.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
And then some of you are watching us live on Twitch, which thank you if you are. But if you are not, our Twitch is at jkgamescast. So if you go ahead and follow us over there, you'll get notified when we go live, which we're trying to do more of. And then, of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. And you can also send us suggestions if you want. If you'd rather do that through email, that's okay. And then, of course, don't forget to leave us a review on whatever platform. And we'll read them on the air. I don't have any new ones, but I will read them if there was a new one.
Maybe this one will entice somebody to write us a review, because now, like, ooh, once in a while they're gonna have a live show. Maybe I should do it so they can say things out live. Exactly. That's what it is.
Out live.
Right, out live. Yeah.
Out and live.
Out live.
So I told Jerica earlier, I was like, when we were talking, I was like, hey, you finally brought in the missing piece for this podcast, a straight white guy. That's what you were missing. That's what you needed.
It's the perfect time to do it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, man. Sure. We're killing it in the news right now. Whew. We're doing so good. God.
So let's go ahead and get into it. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay.
Mm-hmm,
so let's jump into our easy mode. You guys know we let our episodes in 3 different modes. We have easy mode where we talk about what we've been playing, and today we're going to talk about Cody. And then we have our normal mode where we talk about news. We've got to go back to cover since we do not have an episode for week. And then we also have our expert mode, which is our main topic, which is what we talked about earlier, kind of the games coming out in the second half of the year, what we're looking forward to. all that jazz. So go ahead and get into it. Do we want to talk about what games we've been playing first? You want to start with that?
Yeah, let's go. Cody, what have you been playing, man?
Oh, I've been playing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna start at the bottom with the things I've not liked playing, and we'll get to the really good stuff I've enjoyed.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I like that. That's good.
so let's start at the bottom of this trash heap. Mario Golf, Super Rush. I am real bummed out by Mario Golf in a way I was not expecting. Like, I thought I was like, oh, this is good, perfect. This perfect time. I haven't played one in so long. Like GameCube was probably the last one I played, and I was like, great, this is yeah, so awesome. Let's do it. They got story mode. Love story modes in sports games. Let's do this thing. So excited. And then I put it on. It's just like bad. Like it's just let's see. The word I would use would be like sterile. Like it's very not Nintendo. You think of like yeah. You think of like Nintendo is like, oh, we're fun.
Yeah.
Where like whimsy, oh, here's Waluigi. He's doing some crazy stuff, calling someone Mr. Eyes or whatever. Like he's doing cool stuff. And here it's just like, I don't know. I'm running around as me that looks terrible, and I'm talking to Toad, and Toad's like, hey, you got to get better at your super shot. And I'm like, okay, Toad. Hey. Oh, that was a really good impression.
Was it pretty? I was like, I don't know how Toad sounds, so I was just trying.
I was gonna say, I think Toad is here on this podcast.
That's a little too much high.
That's too much. Like you don't. Yeah, this game doesn't deserve good Toad. It deserves mediocre Toad.
Mediocre Toad. That's how we should like review games from now on. Is it a good Toad or a mediocre Toad? Bad.
That's why
Toad.
I'm introducing my Toad scale now.
Here we go. Toad scale.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so not good.
Not good. Yeah, like it's weird, right? Like it's trying to be like a sim. I don't know if y'all ever played like a PGA Tour golf or anything like that, but it's trying to do that, but also not good enough at that. But it's also trying to do a little Nintendo, but not doing really good at that either. So it's just two kind of bad golf games mixed together to make a bad golf game.
That's a bad combination.
It was. I got it. Yeah, like it just seemed super. I don't know, super lame. I was really looking forward to it, and I was very disappointed. It was kind of bummed me out. Let's see. What else have I been playing? Oh, so now these are the two things I've been really liking a lot. Three things actually. Let's talk about good things. These are three things I really like. Yeah. So I've been playing F1 2021 a lot. So new listeners to this podcast, I like speedy race cars that go on street courses because I like to sophisticate. I'm not all done on the mobile tracks. Yeah, I'm a sophisticated person.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I like playing the game, but I don't think the game likes me. So I'm playing on casual. This is my first one I played. I'm kind of bad at it. But the controller makes my hand hurt. So I'm using PS5, playing on PS5 with the haptics. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to play on like the long, like I'm going to do an actual race. I'm going to sit here for a while. And yeah, like 45 minutes in, my left hand started just like cramping up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, like, it was, I had to go take some ibuprofen. And then my roommate came out and I was like, he's like, hey, what's going on? What you doing? I'm like, I can't play anymore because I think I hurt my hand. I think I have an injury, a game related. It's like the nerdiest thing. I have a game related injury because I played too hard.
Well, man, it's a long race. 45 minutes? Like, how long do they normally go for?
So you can go short, medium, long, or like the actual length. So like,
oh my god,
like Monaco, I think is like 70 something laps or whatever. So I did like 40. I did 40 laps. So that took a while.
No, does that sound better?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That was something we should have done from the beginning, but
it's fine.
We'll know next time.
We're just rolling with punches.
That's right.
As long as everyone heard about the car bed. Okay, we're done.
Okay, Cody, next game. You said you've really been enjoying.
So let's work up. So I've been playing, and I know I've talked to Kayla about this game a lot.
Yes.
I think she'd really, really like it. Chicory, A Colorful Tale. That game is like it's hit me like in my feelings super hard. That I was not expecting a game that's literally just like kind of like Zelda, where I'm going through different screens and like just painting. There's so much more to this game, like besides like the simple gameplay, like deep like oh man, we've been talking about like so I don't know if y'all know what like imposter syndrome is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that game is like deals heavy into like getting into like mental health, like dealing with like, hey, if you feel like you don't belong, or like other people's thoughts about you, like getting into like your own head. And it does this by like the enemy, like the main bad guy. It's called the darkness. Like it's these like dark trees that like spot up everywhere, and like you can paint around them, but like you're trying to get like, and you go in the tree and you end up fighting like a inner version of yourself or someone else. So my main character,
That's cool.
I'm named Spaghetti, because that's one of my
Of
favorite
course.
foods. Yeah, of course. It does like an Earthbound thing where you have to name your favorite food. Everyone else picked pizza or wings, but whatever. So Spaghetti, my painter, the wielder of the brush, has been dealing with some issues now. So now where I'm at the end. I was trying to beat it before I came on here, but I wasn't able to. I'm going to the four corners of the luncheon, which is the name of the world. Everything's food puns, which is great.
That's
Everyone's
really
named after
cool.
food. It's super awesome. And I've got to go learn the art of the brush so I can go take on the big darkness at the end and like cure the world of the darkness or whatever. So that game
That's
is
really
like,
cool.
yeah, like I was kind of blown away. I was not expecting a lot, and like 'cause it was like one of the only games that like PlayStation talked about at like during E3 stuff. Like it was like really one of the only ones, and it is like kind of incredible. Like it really blew my mind in a way I was not expecting for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, you were telling me about that, and I think it's something that I would really like because you said like even throughout parts of the game, like your goal is kind of like put color back into like the world and
Mhm.
stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's
so like the beginning part is like you like everything, you're going to talk to the wielder who's named Chicory, and you're gonna like go, you're like the janitor for her, so you're like cleaning up and stuff. And all of a sudden like all the so so yeah, it's like, so I've been playing Chicory, like super awesome game. Like I think it handles like mental health in a super strong way. Like it does a really good job of like referencing it, like things like imposter syndrome, stuff like that, without like beating you over the head with it. Like it doesn't feel forced in a way. Like it feels
hmm
like I'm playing these characters and I recognize, oh, these are feelings I've had before, like as a person. Like and like anything to do that, and like I don't feel like I'm getting like force fed anything, or like it feels very natural. And they've created like such an awesome universe of like, the luncheon place with all the food puns and all that. And yeah, like I think for me, like this game just kind of took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting, never heard of it before E3. Like Shu came out, talked about it, and like I was like, oh, maybe I should check this out. And then the composer is Lena Rain. She did the music for Celeste.
I was like, her name sounds so familiar.
Yeah,
Yes,
Makes
I was a big
sense.
fan of that.
the
Makes
music in
sense.
this game is so good. Like is like the boss fights in this game with the music are like, I want to listen to, once I finish the game, I'm gonna find a soundtrack. I want to listen to that like going to work or whatever. Like that just sounds like, so it just blew. Yeah, I was completely blown away about how awesome that was. Like everything just feels very like they took their time and crafted something that all works together. And it's very fun to play, and because like that's a hard topic to discuss, right? Like depression and mental health, like to make that still kind of fun is really difficult. So like yeah, and this is the first game I've done like a game diary with. So I've been like typing and like kind of like diarying thoughts and stuff like while I've been playing it, to kind of like do something with it
Yeah.
later. Like yeah, like it's been really good to like kind of keep my thoughts about the game and like how I feel about in the
hmm
moment. It's been really good. Like yeah, I would definitely check it out. It's like $20 on PSN. It's like PS4, PS5. I would give that my stamp of approval. That's my
the
We could
Cody the Cody C.
maybe we can
yeah.
add some kind of like something in there, Kayla, when you edit this
Yes, we
video.
can. We can. I got you, fam. I really love that because I have talked about it briefly on the podcast before because I like talking about it, but I am a really big advocate for like mental health awareness, and I think that that's really cool that like a video game is adding those elements in a tasteful way, and not just kind of like, and it just sounds bad, but not in like a cringy way. It's like it sounds like it's more like realistic, which is really cool. So I'm definitely gonna pick that game up because it sounds like something I would really like. So
Yeah,
thank you
like
for telling us about it.
yeah, for sure. Like I think it's something that's like super important that I feel like in 2021 we should be more open about, right? So like I think
Yeah.
that's something that I think is very important now. Like, and something I've realized lately is like, hey, it's okay to be open about this stuff. It doesn't make me like weak or whatever, you know. So
Hmm. That's awesome. Well, thanks. I
yeah.
appreciate it. We're going to talk more about Cody in a little bit to get to know him a little bit better. But
Ooh.
Jerica, what have you been playing lately? Cody, that was your last game, right?
I
No.
mean, yeah, I was going to talk about Death's Door, but we can keep going.
No,
It's
no,
fine.
because this will tie into what I've been
This is
playing.
because
Okay,
you've also
perfect.
been playing Death's Door. You guys can both talk about that.
I haven't beat it
Perfect.
yet, so I'm gonna give you sort of like my first impressions of it. Um, but yeah, just like Cody, I've been playing a lot of Death's Door. I wish I had time to play more of it because I immediately, um, I guess for a while I wasn't really drawn to top-down style games. It's like something about how the game everything's little and I'm like controlling these small characters is almost like playing chess. I know it sounds that's a weird example, but it's just like top down sort of like doesn't work for me. But
Hmm.
lately I'm starting to like it more and more. I guess hearing everyone talk about I know there are two different games, but like hearing people talk about Hades and like how great that is. Cody also pretty much convinced me to play Hades. And I started playing it, and I'm actually, even though I suck at it, I have a good time playing it, and I like playing those types of games now. So when I saw Death's Door, I was like, ooh, there's another one. I'm liking Hades. I even played another game called Moonlighter that I started getting really into. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
different types of games, but just sort of that like kind of style. Um, but what I like the most about Death's Door is that even though it's one of those top down, like you're controlling this little crow that's walking around, and I really don't know for real if it's like heaven, hell, or this other like in between space, but you're a crow like trying to collect souls. Um, I wouldn't even. Is this considered a Souls game? Because there's literally souls around. I don't know what that means. So I've never played a Dark Souls game. Cody,
Kinda,
kinda.
kinda,
Okay.
kinda. It's got some elements to it, let's
Okay,
say.
okay. Um, but yeah, the story's sort of out there, but the style of the game is just so pretty and it's so cute. I love the fact that you're like a tiny little crow bird thing. It's adorable and like
It's really cool. I like the art a lot.
if you like leave the bird just standing there and you don't touch the controller, it like looks like this and it moves like a little bird and it's so cute. I'm like, oh my god, the smallest thing like that was just so like, man, a lot of thought went into this game. Um, but the dialogue's really witty. It's funny, even though you're like literally collecting like souls and like everyone seems not to. There's other crows like working in this like in between heaven hell location, and
And like
like
one badger too, which is really
I
weird.
didn't. I forgot. I don't know if I've even seen the badger. If I did, I forgot about him. Doesn't surprise me. But it looks like everyone's just working in this office, man, and like collecting paperwork on souls, and they're just like, "Oh, you're back again." It's like you're just in this like, it's black and white in this area.
Purgatory, kind of.
Yeah, it's just very stale and cold, and like I feel like I'm just going into the office to work as this crow. But immediately, if you go through these different doors, it's different areas and worlds, so to speak. You like sort of get teleported to another
Ooh.
location to like collect this soul, beat this baddie, and collect the soul and come back. So when you leave this hub area, like it's super colorful. There's a lot of environmental changes. Um, there's beautiful leaves. There's like this one part I got to where you like walk down this road and there's just like leaves like in the area and you just walk through them and it's just really satisfying. So it's very pretty. The music's great. I love the mechanics so far because it is a little challenging at first because I feel like the A button. So obviously I play primarily on PlayStation and I'm playing this on Xbox, so I am struggling with the layouts of the buttons because like you roll, you attack with your sword thing, and then you have your bow, and then I just got something else which is pretty rad. But like I keep rolling when I think I'm attacking. That's happening to me a lot.
I was real bad about like rolling too much and rolling off
Yeah.
the world or something. I did that all the time.
Yeah, and I was
all
just
the
like,
time.
oh man, I'm keep hitting the wrong buttons to do things. Like that's annoying. But once I got the hang of it, like it became super fun. Like once you practice enough, you don't have to think about it as much, and it becomes like second nature. And it's just like you're just this flowy crow full of abilities and just taking out these baddies. You do have like right now for me, I have 4 health bars, and that gets taken down really quickly if you're not careful. It is hard. It's tough, but it's not super difficult for me yet. Like usually once I get into like a mini boss fight or like a big boss fight so far, I'm able to sort of figure out like how I need to take them down. But don't get intimidated by this game. And if you've never played a game like this, like please don't. For me, I'm only a little bit in. I'm maybe about 2.5 hours in. It seems almost impossible at times, but like I try again and it's just fine. It's just because I was doing something the wrong way. I know it's a very vague description of my time, but I cannot wait to sit down and just have time to play more of it because it's so good. And I believe it was the developer, I think it's just like a 2-person crew, if I'm
it's
mistaken.
just 2 people. So they made this game called Titan Souls before this.
Okay, I have to look into that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
2 people made this game. Like, what the heck? How?
It's really cool.
It blows my mind. Yeah, like there's no way. I watched that. I'm like, there's no way 2 people should make something that's good. Like that's insane.
Okay, Cody, what kind of game is this? Help me understand, because like, you know, you've sort of gotten me into these games that are really freaking, I almost cussed, but really freaking hard sometimes, and like, I'm just like, why am I doing this to
How do
myself?
you like these hard games?
I'm starting to like it too, and I'm sort of in it. I'm in
Challenger Cody.
I'm enjoying it too, but this isn't that. It's not that though.
It's not that. You're right. So it's not like I don't feel, so that's the thing where I don't want to call it like a Souls game.
Okay.
Because like Souls games, you have to like, you die, you lose all your souls. You have to like, part of the thing is going back and I gotta get them, and then hopefully I gotta pick them up before I die again or I lose them forever. Like I didn't feel like Death's Door was punished. Like when I die, they flash like a huge big just death and it goes boom.
It's beautiful.
And it like rings. It's awesome. It also scared the crap out of me the
I know,
first
like...
time it happened. It's so loud in here. It was so loud. But like no, so you keep all your souls, like the stuff you've collected, and you actually like the enemies will repopulate, so you can fight them again, gain more souls, and like there's like a simple like upgrade path that you can go, the like magic range, dexterity,
like
strength.
A skill tree?
Yes.
Yeah, not barely even that. Like it's just pips on a bar.
Yeah.
Really. Which is super great. Yeah, like I don't want it to be. It doesn't need to be super complicated. Like Valhalla, you know. It's
Oh yeah, don't remind me.
We don't.
I still get emails saying, "Hey, you want to come back to Valhalla, Jerica?" I'm like, "No,
you want to come on?
Not right now."
Yes, I got one of those emails too, and I was like, "No, I don't. I can't. I just can't. I just can't go back."
Jerica, you put so many hours in that. I remember.
It reminds me of like when Lost, where they were like, "Oh, we need to go back, Jack, to the island."
We gotta go back.
I don't want to go back.
No,
I don't want to go back to the island.
I've had enough of that island.
I'm good. You know, you have Valhalla. That's fine. but no, like I think Death's Door is like, so like it's challenging. We're like, but it's not. I feel like you're learning and getting rewarded for trying again. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting punished. I hate feeling like I'm getting punished. That's why I watch people play Dark Souls. I don't actually play Dark Souls. I'll try, and then I get frustrated, and it's not for me. This game is kind of like was like a Souls-like or Souls-like.
I like that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So
Souls
it's like
Light, Lite.
Lite, yeah. I think it's like that mixed in with some like 2D Zelda. There's a lot of Zelda in this game. The dungeons. And how far are you in, Jerica? Like, where are you at in it?
I'm about to go kick that witch's ass. That's where I am.
Oh, man. Okay. That witch looks like she fell out of like a Studio Ghibli film.
Yes, she does.
And she's also terrifying because she'll just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it scared me. I was like, ooh.
So she that like her estate is probably like one of my favorite locations.
It's so cool.
Game. It looks like where this game clicked for me, where I was like, oh, this is probably right now my game of the year. Is there is a puzzle, and so there might be like a very light spoilers, but it's not story related. Like a puzzle where like you're going in, you have to look at the reflections on the floor.
Yes.
And you have to shoot like an arrow and break this one spirit here, and then look down and see that there's a door there, and then break it, and then you just walk through the wall because it doesn't look like there's a door there.
And when that happens, with you just naturally just like seeing that, and you just like, I wonder if I could walk through it, just like blew my mind.
It was. I was just like, really cool. Oh man. I was like, this game is. Oh, they're bringing it. This is good. Okay. I like this. And yeah, like the fact that it doesn't hold your hand with like progression stuff, it kind of like, but like if you pay attention to the world that you're in, like it is, like it will reward you for digging around a little bit. Like I think I beat it. I'm at, I think I was at 16 hours, I think, and I've got about like 85%. So I haven't done 100% of everything yet. I'll probably go back to it.
Totally worth the money. That's a lot of I didn't realize it was that long.
It depends on how much you die.
That's true. Yeah.
That last, I won't say what it is, but that last like dungeon with the boss at the end didn't like me. I wasn't good at that. That took me that struggle. But no, all the boss fights are super cool. Like all the upgrades are fun. Like enemies, like that world just seems super cool. Yeah. Music also really good.
Good game.
You should listen. Yeah, Grey Crow. If you have the sound, it's on YouTube. You can listen to the whole soundtrack. There's the one called Grey Crow. It's like a piano. It's a banger. It's just a jam.
I feel like this is an appropriate. I feel like this is an appropriate time, since we're talking about this game, to mention, after getting Cody's permission, that he actually wrote like a whole review of Death's Door on his blog that he's been doing. So. I think it's really cool. I've been reading every single one because I think they're awesome. I don't know the URL off the top of my head. How would you get to your blog, Cody, if you wanted to talk about it?
So if you want to follow me on Twitter at Cody Crumley, that's Crumley. I'm gonna spell my last name.
Yeah,
that's probably the easiest way. I'm gonna post everything there because I don't have so it's like my whole name .wixsite.com/blog. I haven't decided on a name yet. Yeah, it's a real professional
name. That's fair. I understand. No, that's okay. A name is a commitment.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to like.
Speaking of.
Oh my God. Yeah, which is not. So that's what we originally thought the list was for. It's not what the list is for. Yeah. So do we want to just talk about the list now?
Well, yes, but make sure you check out. Seriously, like make sure you check out Cody's blog. If we can, we'll list it in the episode notes. Do you think we can do that, Jericho?
I sure can. I can sure do that.
Yeah. Definitely check it out.
Follow me on Twitter. Yes. You're gonna get blog posts. You're gonna get wrestling gifts. You're gonna get like F1 talk. Of course. And so all the random stuff I'm gonna retweet from people. So yeah, it's a good time.
But yeah, there's really nothing to talk about with me really quick for what I've been playing. I've really just been playing my usual, which is Apex, because there's a new season. Apex season 10 is out. It's fantastic. The new character Seer is really cool. What were you saying, Cody?
So I would totally watch like if they showed that trailer where they're like introducing him, I would totally watch a whole anime movie that's like Apex people.
Yes. Yes. So they definitely have like stepped up their game with like their character trailers and their like lore, and it's super interesting to me. Especially, I feel like it's like reminds me of kind of like Overwatch, how they did with their shorts. So yeah, I think it's really good. The new season, I haven't played too much, but so far it's really cool. And then I've been playing Resident Evil 8, and we forgot to shout out our YouTube in the beginning. I totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, we have that now because we're professionals.
Yeah. We've had a YouTube, but like we haven't really been uploading on it too much. But we uploaded. If you guys watched us, I did first impressions with Resident Evil 8, and I uploaded like a cut down version onto YouTube. Which our YouTube is just, if you search jkgames podcast, it's like the first thing that shows up. And we always have the link in our Instagram and everything, so you guys should go watch that if you want to. But that's really all I've been playing. Nothing too interesting. Just my usual things. I definitely will give I think it would be fun to do a spoiler cast for Resident Evil Village after we get done. Cody, have you played Village? You're not a big scary game guy.
I'm not a big scary game. So that's weird, right? I love horror movies. We talked about this. I love horror movies, but I do not like scary games. So I'm glad I can live through you, Kayla, as you play through Resident Evil, and I'll experience it. I'll be like, oh, that's what I would have done. Yes.
Let's move on to some Cody cues, some little Cody cues. Little Cody questions.
That's a really good name for this segment. Cody Q's is
Little
really
Cody
good.
Q's.
Cody Q's.
Yeah, Cody
You're
Q's.
welcome. And that's for free. So, first off, let's just start out with this little phenomenon that we call Choose Your Own Adventure with Cody's Gamertag /PSN. Okay, so let's talk about it. What prompted you to be like, I want all of my friends' input on my Gamertag /PSN?
So yeah, we've been crafting this list. Hashtag build the list. And
Hashtag build the list.
hashtag build the list. So like my gamer tag I've had since I was like 13 or 14, both on Xbox and PSN. Like I decided, because since I struggle with coming up with names, I'm terrible at coming up with names. I was like, I'll get Kayla, Jerica, and our other friends to input this list that I'm looking at now, and we are 64 deep on this list right now. It started out as like 8 or 9 and became way more than that.
Yes. So let's go through the strongest contenders we have, Cody.
Yeah, we're definitely going to edit some of these out.
Cody said we're not going to go through all of them. There's no way we can do that. So we're going to go through the like semi-appropriate ones, okay? So Cody said you said you're actually going to use whatever everyone votes on, right?
Totally. Yeah, like I'll have final like if it's like something bad, but like I'll maybe do a veto, or like we'll figure something out. But like like I was gonna make a bracket. Let's do like NCAA tournament
That's awesome.
style.
Yes.
Let's just do it. You know? So Caleb,
okay.
What's your favorite name on this list? What's your favorite name? I'm trying to think.
My favorite one. Hold on. Okay. I really like If You Give a Mouse a Crumbly. Okay. So as you heard earlier, his name is Cody Crumley. So like, there's a lot of puns that can be made with his name. Okay, this just is what it is. I really like Coca Cody. That was a good one. That's a good one. Ooh, I really like this one. That's How the Cookie Crumbles.
That's
or crumbles.
Yeah.
Crumbles. That one's a good one.
That was an Oliver special.
My favorite. Also, we got Crunchy Taco. That's a good one.
That's
Taco.
Any gamer tag PSN that I see that has the word taco in it just makes me giggle. Like I don't know why.
Yes, for sure.
A couple of my favorites on this list are Crouching Cody, Hidden Crumb.
That's
I think
a
is
good
really
one.
Good.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. There's Crumpthing About Mary, which I feel like is a really specific audience for that one. Diet Dr. Crumb is on this list.
I like that one.
That one that's gonna be a #1 seed, I think. Like if we're seeding this, that's gonna be up there. Crumb Dog Millionaire,
that's
also on
still
here.
one of my favorites. Yes. I think we have a little understanding of who you are. So you're Cody. You like playing games. You have a fabulous beard. For listeners, you should definitely watch this on YouTube. You
got a great blog.
If you want to see this beard, you have to watch the YouTube video. Okay, cool.
I think something else like I like movies, books. Like I like have a passion for this. Like kind of talking about the things I like doing. Right. Like I think like that's what makes playing games or watching movies fun, is like talking with friends and like dissecting stuff and like figuring out what we like, what we don't like. Like that's super fun for me. I feel like I'm a pretty even-keeled guy. Yeah. I don't know.
He don't kill uneven.
That's true.
So Cody, of course, there's a few other questions that we have for you. 2 more. Okay. What's some of your favorite games? Like, give me your. It doesn't have to be top 3. You don't have to put them. You don't have to put them tiered against each other. But like, 3 of your favorite games just off the top of the bat. Like, and it's okay. It could change next week.
Okay.
Don't feel guilty about picking
the ones
these
that
games.
make you like
okay.
Not any like super big pressure, just like foundation.
No, I'm locked in. I can't change my answer after this. I'm locked in.
Okay.
Wow. Let's do it.
Yeah,
wow.
He said it.
So I would say #1 would probably be Metal Gear Solid, like the whole series. I think the first time I met Jerica, I heard her talk about Kojima, and I was like, oh my God, someone in Alabama knows about Kojima. That's amazing. Yes. I've got to talk to this person.
Little did he know that I'm obsessed in a really weird way.
It's the greatest story ever told. mark that down
He's
on
on
the
your fridge.
podcast. I really like. So I have a fondness for JRPGs sometimes. Mostly
Okay.
Persona related. So like Persona 4 was the first one I played of those, and I don't know, something about like the fusing stuff, like it's kind of like Pokemon, kind of like Japanese culture stuff with, and then like, oh, it's like I'm going to a cool high school and I gotta go to culture club and stuff like that. And then also I'm gonna go into the TV and fight monsters. And with this man who looks like a teddy bear, and then he grew a human body inside of it. Persona 4 is insane. You should play Persona 4. You need to play Persona 4. Go find a Vita and play.
That's what I got the
Persona
Vita for, but I don't have enough space, so I gotta buy a proprietary card.
Go find a PS2, put a copy of Persona 4 in it.
I'll just do that. It seems easier.
Also, Chie is one of my first crushes on a video game because she likes steak, she likes kung fu movies, and she punts tanks. So she'll.
What else could you ask for?
I mean, really. I mean, she kicks a tank into the sky. I mean, what else do you want, really?
Yes.
I think another, like describe me. I really like. So I'm gonna combo 2 games together. It's for my final stuff. Like Life is Strange and Oxenfree are like 2 like indie kind of like adventure games that I think are super cool that I did not expect to like. Like it doesn't seem like a big like they're like episodic. It's like, oh, this is not gonna be my bag. But like Life is Strange, like when I played I was like 21, 22. I forget how long ago it was. They actually like understood how teens talk. They say rad and hella a lot, and they like talking about smoking the pot and all that stuff. And I was like, nailed it. And then also you can the pot. Yeah, that's what the kids say.
The
pot. Yeah.
Come on over. I got the pot in here.
Now, what if I told you that, but you also rewind time? How awesome is that, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Like you'd always smoke the pot if you could rewind time. But yeah, like I think like those games are super great, and like Oxenfree, you go. This is another teen thing where you go out and you're like, oh, I'm bringing my new stepbrother out. That we're gonna introduce him to our friends. We're gonna party on this island, and then ghosts are haunting this radio, and they're all over the island, and it's cool. I like radio. That's awesome. Like I think those games are like that kind of gives like, oh, I like these like kind of adventure games that aren't yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know some of those about you.
You should play Oxenfree. I think you would really like it, Kayla.
Most of the games that Cody recommends me, like I trust Cody. Out of all our gaming friends, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: like, if Cody tells me to play a game, I'm gonna play that game.
Right. I think me and Jericho, we line up really well.
Yeah. Like immediately, there's a game. I have one other question, but just I was really sad I didn't get to play the demo for Lake, because like. Just what it sounded like. It's about to come out too, I think. Like it comes
September
out
1st.
So yeah, it's right around the corner. So I can't wait to play that. But like Cody's got good taste in games. He's got good taste.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so now that we're gonna get to the nitty gritty here.
Here we go.
Okay. If we had to summon you, Cody, via black magic, what 5 items would we need to complete the summoning of a Cody Crumley?
Oh man, like I'll be honest, I thought about this probably way longer than I should.
I'm so glad.
No.
Good job.
I was like, I need to like, what are the 5 things that like?
When I asked this question too, I just imagine like this like summoning circle and these objects like in like a tavern, like ancient space, candles, blood, you name it, and these 5 items.
So my 5 things. Okay, number 1. It's a bottle of Heinz spicy ketchup.
Okay.
Specifically, it has to be the jalapeno one. None of this like, we're putting Tabasco in it, put sriracha in it. Nuh-uh. Jalapeno juice has got to be in this ketchup. Okay. It's very, very specific.
I'm appalled already.
Number 2.
Our friends are not appalled.
Ketchup that's a topic that we can go into later if you want. But number 2. A fresh Big Mac from McDonald's. So like perfect amount of like pickles, onions, fresh. None of this like it's been sitting in the window for a little bit. No, fresh. Like yeah, it's gotta be perfect. Okay. Number 3 is a Sega Genesis with with Sonic 2 in the
It's a good one.
Sega Genesis.
I love how specific that is, and it's very good. Once again, Cody's Sega kid. You can trust the Sega kids.
That's right. That was my first console. I played a lot of Sonic. Played a lot of Spot Goes to Hollywood.
Ooh, yes. Audrey would connect with you on that. That's one of my girlfriends. Like, she has that game physically and loves it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I would totally want to remake a Spot. That's never gonna happen. But what else? This is gonna be fun. A Blu-ray box set of Fast and Furious movies.
God.
I thought about just limiting this. Yeah. Yes, I thought about limiting this just to Tokyo Drift. I was like, no, I need all of them. So you
amazing. A box set.
A box
Cody's
set.
a big Fast fan.
I'm all about the Fast. Tokyo Drift is one of my favorite movies. It's so good. Oh man, I've watched that probably 1,000 times. I'll never get tired of that. Specifically, so the box set looks like a wheel. So it comes in a wheel because they go fast.
I gotta look this up. I gotta see it.
That's the one I own. I've got it. It's right in my room over there. Yes.
Oh my God.
It looks like a wheel. It's fantastic. It's so good. And then my fifth one, this one I struggled with a lot, but I was like, and Kayla I think is going to agree with me on this because I love it so much, but it's also terrible for me. I love like ice cold cherry Dr. Pepper. Like,
yeah,
like just put it like right there. Like, yeah, like it has to be cherry. Like cherry is my favorite. Like I will take that D-Pep. Is great. It's so good.
All right, I'm a recovered Dr. Pepper addict. This is triggering me, but it's okay.
I've moved to. So here's the thing, Kayla. I think I found the answer. Cherry Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. I don't feel nearly as bad about it. You know,
that's a good point. Well, I'm so glad we know all the items that we need to summon you moving forward. That is exactly what I expected. There was a few things threw me for a loop, but the ketchup was not one of them. I knew that was coming. For sure.
Kayla saw me put ketchup on Chinese food once. It's,
yes,
she's seen my monstrosity. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll tell you this, the reason why we ask this to all our guests, because we are just making this master list in case you guys, for some reason, leave the earth, and we actually do have to do some kind of summoning, and we need one of you back. I don't think we'd be able to summon everybody. We'd have to pick.
That'd be a fun video game.
That would be. And like trying to find all these random items, like hopefully some of them are at their houses that we can get, but like, you know.
Yeah, the Heinz jalapeno ketchup. Because of the pandemic, I haven't seen it in a few months. Who knows if it still exists? It's disappointment. I had to go to the ketchup sweet chili mixture. It's bad. It's not. Like I like it. It's fine, but it's not the jalapeno ketchup. It's it's been a struggle for me on the ketchup front.
Well, I'm so glad that we know because I'm getting my cauldron ready. I'm stirring it up and getting there. But I did want to say, in the spirit of why we actually wanted you on here, Cody, is we are looking at, we're looking at the rest of the year. What do we have going on this year with games? Okay?
Believe it or not, we still have a few things.
We're looking at the rest of the year, okay? And for our normal mode, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our news here in our normal mode, baby. Let's go. But we kind of want to hone in the spirit of time, wanting to still get to know Cody on this piece of news that may or may not be confirmed. I actually don't know about, unfortunately, Horizon. We're going to talk about that. So that's what we're gonna talk about now. And I believe that was your pick, Cody, on our fantasy game league.
It was, yeah. It was like the last like big game I had because I lost the Ghostwire Tokyo. I lost all these and like
R.I.P.
Then Jason Schreier.
A moment of silence.
Yeah,
So like word on the street, we sort of want to tie in like there's some other news from this week, but we'll get to that next week. But really, for me, when I heard that Horizon was delayed or rumors of like it's we knew it was probably gonna happen, but in our we were just so hopeful because I feel like obviously we had this.
It was gonna be the heavy hitter.
Yeah, we have this fantasy league. Okay, like it was on someone's list last year because it was just it just seemed like it was time. So
It was on
surely,
your list last year.
if it wouldn't, I wouldn't be surprised. I pick things that never come out. I'm gonna quit picking games. I'm afraid they might not ever come out if I keep picking them.
If you are new here, we did a whole episode on this in the beginning of the year, I believe, where a group of our friends actually have this, like, you know how there's fantasy football leagues? We have a fantasy game league where we pick like our lineup, and however well it does on Metacritic, right? Is it Metacritic?
Yeah.
However well it does, you get X amount of points for how well it scores. So sometimes you're kind of just guessing, like, oh, this game's supposed to come out this year with the pandemic, with other things, like stuff is getting delayed. So
Or you're like, oh, the previous game was great. The sequel should be even better.
Nope.
Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
And anyways, like Horizon was just one of those games I thought surely it comes out this year because like
Oh yeah.
Sony's always had a heavy hitter in the fall.
Like they've been talking a lot about it. We've gotten a lot of stuff.
They showed it off. Yeah, there was like a whole direct or a whole.
It was 15 minutes.
Thing. Yeah.
It was a lot of gameplay. But of course with COVID and all the the obstacles that everybody is facing with creating things, I'm sure that had a big thing to do with the delay. Like I said, it's not official news, but if you do follow Jason Schreier on any kind of platform, he writes for Bloomberg now, but he did a article that sort of summarizes what was talked about. But if you also follow a gentleman named Jeff Grubb on Twitter, he is also a dude that just has a lot of connections in the business and usually can get some details before the public knows. Just, he's got his sources. And so essentially Jeff Grubb got a source that, somewhere within PlayStation that, more than likely it's heading for a delay. But I really think, like, I sort of felt it in my bones. I don't know if you guys think this, but like, I was like, they're holding out for the last second to see if they can get this game out this year before they say anything. Like, they don't want, I don't feel like they don't want to delay it. That's why we haven't even heard a release date for it yet.
That's the thing, right? It's like they kind of like even during the direct, it was like, we're trying really hard to make it to 2021. It's gonna come in like, I think like even if it comes in, it's gonna be like super hot. It's gonna come in way in. So I'd rather them delay it it be really good and then not just come in like half broken, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah, definitely.
That's a real bummer.
So yeah, that was on your list, which is unfortunate. We should also do some sort of like end of the year wrap up. Maybe we could have multiple people.
We should have the whole crew on here, maybe. I would love to do that.
That's gonna be a lot.
So Cody dominated last year. Like, he kicked everyone's butt.
It was close.
It was close.
Brian was close.
He was close, but I guess between you guys sort of kicked everyone else's butts. Maybe Kyle was close as well.
He had a lot of stuff. He was like in your spot this year where like a lot of stuff just didn't come out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did have the drop rule last year. So like he couldn't drop anything.
Well, let's look at the prospects that we have going on, okay? A lot of these are picked up already.
And there's let's look at what's coming out. Because like with the talking about Horizon, the reason why I wanted to bring Cody in on this conversation was because sometimes I get tunnel vision thinking with Horizon, like I just want Horizon to come out because that's all I really want to play. But in actuality, it's actually a good thing that it's hopefully going to get delayed because there actually is so many games to play this fall. Like
so many.
We're about to kick it off with is it Kenya? Bridge of Spirits comes out this month, which I'm super excited for.
No, right? I think that got pushed back.
No, you're right. No, I thought I looked it up and I thought it was August 22nd.
August 24th. No.
Did it get delayed?
Oh my gosh, this is depressing.
Let me look. Let me double check. I'm gonna double check.
This is depressing if that's true.
As long as it's coming out this year. We gotta have some. Okay.
It's coming out this year.
Okay.
Yeah. It says they got delayed to September.
September.
No, it got delayed.
Okay.
Yeah. According to the story,
that's not too bad.
September 21st. There we go.
Anyways, there's great games right around the corner. With Horizon being delayed, it shouldn't hurt us too bad. We'll be fine. But we do have some games that are on our list that I'm excited for. So anything else on your fantasy Game League lists that you are excited to play later this year?
I think one that's on your list that I'm very excited that didn't come out last year when I picked it, but it's coming out this year is 12 Minutes.
Yes.
That's very, very soon.
Yeah.
Oh.
When's the date for that? Do we have that?
It's like August 12th? Or am I off?
20th, something like in the next couple weeks. It's Game Pass too, which is awesome.
Yes, I'm already paying for that. I feel like I'm not paying for this game.
That's right.
That's
and they've got like some crazy good talent, right? Like it's
William Dafoe?
Star Wars. Yeah, William Dafoe.
Wow.
Is in it. Like William Dafoe.
He's creepy looking, but he's
great.
great.
Green Goblin frame, William Dafoe.
Yeah.
And then I've totally spaced her name. The from Star Wars.
What's her name?
What's her name?
The actress that plays Rey.
One that I'm really excited about, and you guys will have to correct me. Far Cry is still coming out this year as of now.
Go.
Far Cry 6?
I'm hyped for that game. I asked off from work to play it. Yep.
So as of right now, it's still coming out this year. It says the date's supposed to be October 7th.
That's it.
They're locked in.
They're locked in. Yeah, that game it's cooked. It's ready.
That's a pretty big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big one. I'm not super hyped for it, but I do like Giancarlo Esposito.
Me too. I'm such a big fan.
He is just like chewing scenery. He's like, I'm gonna do my best Castro impression. Here we go. I'm gonna do it.
Penguin said Daisy Ridley from earlier.
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley, thank you.
Thank you.
We like
Thank you. We love her. But I unfortunately did not remember her name.
Yeah, I blocked out that last Star Wars movie. That's probably why.
That's a whole other. That's all. I was about to say it's old.
We definitely can't. We definitely can't. We definitely cannot.
We can't. Okay, Cody. What are some other like top contenders for you for this year?
A big one for me. So it's like a lot of indie stuff, right? Like Lake.
That's what I wanted to hear from you. Yeah. Yeah,
like Lake is. And like Jericho was saying earlier, like I think this is a totally like both of you guys I think would really really like this. You play a mail carrier. You're just driving around the small town delivering mail. You're filling in for your father who's went on vacation, and you're coming in from the big city. You're like a software developer, and you're gonna deliver mail. And that's the game. You're just going around delivering mail to these people. In the demo, I got a relationship with the cute lady clerk at the video store. And we were gonna we were talking about we were gonna go look at like plants or something later, and the demo ended. That game is completely just like I'm gonna be super chill. I just want to go and move boxes around. That game is great. I cannot wait to play that. I think that's not Game Pass, but it comes out September 1st. So
I wonder if that's coming to Switch because that would be a good Switch game.
It would.
It would be a good Switch game.
I bet it's an exclusive for a little bit.
I think it's exclusive for a little while.
Exclusive.
Okay. Well, one that hasn't been mentioned yet that's on like my top list is Deathloop. So that's really exciting. I can't remember, Cody, if that was one that you were excited for as well.
Bethesda's last PlayStation game.
Yeah, right? Like it's such a weird thing. It's gonna be like an Xbox Game Studios logo probably on that game when it comes out.
I want to see it. I want to see that so bad.
So weird. Yeah, like it looks cool. I would love to watch someone play that and see like how it actually plays first. I feel like I've seen all the trailers. I'm like, it looks really awesome. Am I gonna be able to be that awesome when I play it, or am I just gonna be like, teleporting, falling down, and dying and being lame? So
yeah, that's understandable. That one's coming out September 14th. Also, so that's not too far.
Really close. Oh, that's really close. Wow.
Yeah.
Like the whole style of that game, just
it looks
like
cool. The music's fun. I love that funky like 70s disco, but like assassin music, like Cowboy Bebop-esque sort of.
Yes.
You know, like I'm gonna dig it. I'm definitely gonna try it for sure.
It seems like like a cool like weird apocalyptic 70s key party or something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's putting masks on. You don't know who anybody is, but you're just having a good time. You know.
And then we can't forget, which you were mentioning earlier, Cody, the new Life is Strange that's coming out, True Colors.
Oh.
Looks really good. I did not play Life is Strange 2. It didn't seem like my jam. I didn't dig with the characters as much. This one seems way into my more of the style.
That's also September 10th. So there's a lot of heavy hitters in this. September.
Yeah, like there's tons. Like that's the thing, right? Like there's tons of like bigger games are maybe dropping off. Like your big like AAA blockbusters. Like indie games are like filling in that void. Someone we haven't talked about yet that I'll mention, Sable.
I
Seems
had
really
that
cool.
picked last year. Bless it. And I'm so mad I don't have it this year. So I've been a fan of that. Like, Fantasy League will know that Jarek has been a fan of two games. Biomutant and Sable. Probably two different results that you'll get from those games, but let me tell you, I'm a fan of those two games. Haven't played Biomutant. Didn't get reviewed well. Maybe one day. But Sable looks sick. Like, it looks really cool.
Sable looks like, yeah, it's the same kind of, like, I think of Into the Spider-Verse, for, like, the choppy frames of, like, oh, my character's moving at, like, 15 frames a second, but the world is moving this different. It's, like, this weird cel-shaded, like, desert. It just, like, that game just seems super interesting and cool, and, like, it's unique, which is, I think, what I want.
I hope it's fun to play. That's all. It looks really pretty, but I hope it's fun. Yeah. That's the thing.
That's the thing, yeah. Like I played a little bit of the demo they put on.
Oh,
Xbox
shut up! I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did.
I missed that.
Yeah, like so, like you're trying to. It's like a small slice, and you're trying to get like your motorbike parts or whatever, so you can glide around. And like, yeah, it seemed interesting. I want to see what it like is from the start. Yeah. And so like what the setup is, because I bet the story would be really cool. So.
I also have another one. I don't know if this is technically an indie game, but. Martha is Dead. Have you guys seen that at all?
It sounds familiar.
I think I've talked about it before.
Yeah. I think everything on my list, let me see, will not come out, which I need to drop. Cody told me I could drop these games.
You drop these games.
Because I had Stray on there. Man, I'm bummed that got pushed because I was really hoping that'd come out. That we finally got the demo for it recently. We'll talk a little bit more about that event next week, but Stray looks freaking cool. I remember, Cody, you probably saw this tweet, but I follow Blessing. He's on From Kinda Funny as well. He tweeted about, he's like, you know, when did Naughty Dog make a cat game or something? And it looks really good.
It looks way too good. Like, it shouldn't be that good.
So that was on my list, and of course it's coming out next year. Found out with that trailer. So I think 12 Minutes is the last thing on my list that's actually coming out this year. I did pick up a game called Inscription, but I forgot what that was.
Oh, I was so mad at you for picking that game.
I know it looked really cool. I'm like, that's gonna be something interesting. Let me pick it up, but I cannot remember what it was. There's so many. God, let me pull it up real quick.
It's kind of like a weird,
It's like a card, like
a
puzzle.
Card dice board game.
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
like something about it. Just like I was like, this is weird, and I think it'll be good. Yeah, creepy. So I picked that up. I don't know if it has a release date. I can't remember.
I think it's like 2021. I think that's all I said.
I have two other games, actually three, that haven't been delayed technically. Open Roads. Keep forgetting about that game.
I remember you talking to me about that, yeah.
Yeah, Open Roads. I don't know if there's any updates on it. I need to check.
That's like the mom and daughter game.
Yeah, right? like of course, is it not Fulbright? Is it? I think so.
Fulbright. Yeah, it's Fulbright. Yeah.
They make a lot of just little stories like that just, you know, get you involved with your heartstrings and stuff.
The Gone Home people.
Gone Home, yeah, that was so good. But yeah, like I'm ready to go through someone's or at least be on the road with this mother-daughter duo.
On the road again.
Gosh, there's not a lot of video games with moms.
Yeah.
Like they're either dead or like gone.
Crazy.
They're trying to kill you. Like.
So I just want a normal mom and some jeans.
Just give me a mom and some mom jeans. Like that's all. Yeah, that would offer
apple slices.
Offer to make you lunch. You know, like. Yeah. So I'm excited to play this mom game, and I have these funny two games that I'll mention. I have Last of Us Factions on there, Factions 2, like Last of Us Factions. Where is the Last of Us director's cut, Neil Druckmann? You are the director. Where's your cut at? Sony.
He's holding on to it.
Where is it?
Just holding on to it.
You know it's coming.
Our last episode was about director's cut, so if you wanted to listen to that.
I accidentally said something else.
let me just say the factions multiplayer in Last of Us is way better than it should be, and I played a whole lot of that.
Pokemon Let's Go 2. That's sort of late now. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's probably happening next year.
Oh man,
I would
I
say
can't
that
wait
would
for
be
some
next year.
for some Pokemon. That Shining Diamond and
So there's new
something
Pokemon,
Pearl.
yeah, but it's not
Yeah, it's new
yeah.
Pokemon.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I didn't really like Sword and Shield too much.
It's okay. Yeah, they were average Pokemon games.
It didn't. I didn't even get 30 minutes into it. I was like, I don't like it.
I then
Cody's
probably won't like other Pokemon games.
I played all of like my last great. This is a whole other podcast, but the last great Pokemon game, and y'all mentioned it the other night, is Crystal. Like that's the last great Pokemon game.
Souls, like those that kind of second gen, like Johto.
Soul Silver, like the remakes of
yes,
Gold and Silver was like a most. I evolved. Like something happened. I evolved with the Pokemon.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh, I beat all the gyms and I did the Elite Four. Wait, I can go back to the first game and fight more people. And then there's a trainer. The guy I played in the first game is waiting on a mountain for me to fight.
There's a connection.
Which is
Sorry, we had someone in chat. The Penguin asked, "Does anyone have Psychonauts 2?" And they do, right?
yeah.
Someone does.
I think Oliver got it.
That one too. I think Oliver is actually not doing it with us.
You think he's dating Ash's
Of
mom?
course.
Yeah, it's something weird. There's something weird that's happening there.
Okay, real quick.
Oh, thanks for the follows in Pigwin.
Thanks.
Well,
all right.
We'll definitely have a full discussion on our Pokemon episode that we will do. It has to happen. I'm not like the biggest Pokemon fan of all time, but I have played some, so I can give my input on the ones that I have played.
Would love it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching live, what were you saying, Cody?
No, we're good. Yeah. I would say like I played too many Pokemon games.
Too many.
So I played way too many.
We'll rank them all. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching us live and if you're listening after the fact, we will see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.